Previously on the Budgeteers. We left Ometepe and hitchhiked to the Costa Rican border, where our plan was to make it to Liberia, and then from there we would make plans for the rest of Costa Rica. Welcome to the next episode of the Budgeteers. Did you miss us? Hola. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Walter.
Walter. Nice to meet you. Another truck, another day of being a budgeteer. We just crossed the border. Immigration was so much smoother than last time in Nicaragua, where Lino, bless her, got caught up in it all. Just be aware though, if you are crossing the border over land, you do need proof that you're going to be leaving Costa Rica, like a flight or something, and we didn't have any proof or evidence of that, but a little cheeky wink and a nice smile, and she stamped our passport, so thank you Costa Rica. But yeah, then we just crossed over the border and we saw a bunch of refugees, right?
While we were crossing the border, we saw that there were a lot of immigrants. Linas just asked him about the situation. What's the deal?
So right by the Costa Rican border, there are many Africans, Asians, and people from Afghanistan. They're stuck there right by the Costa Rican border because they're trying to get to the US and Costa Rica lets them in, but Nicaragua doesn't let them in. And they're just like in a white tent. There's thousands of them, and they're just waiting for some sort of agreement.
Me and Lina both had bad experiences with immigration. Me being stuck for 5 hours in the United States and Lina being stuck in Nicaragua for 5 hours. But that's nothing compared to what these people are going through. They've been stuck here for 5 months. They have to ask for the locals for food, and the locals give them a little bit of food, and that's how they survive. Like, it's a really sad situation. So we feel for them.
Walter, being a gent and a squalor.
We made it to Liberia.
Liberia.
How do you say it?
Liberia.
Bye bye, truck.
Our couchsurfing host replied, and he says he'll be in Liberia around 6:30 until he gave us a location. Was like, go here. Like, McDonald's should have Wi-Fi, so we're thinking it's that McDonald's over there.
So yeah, we just contacted our host. His name's Randy. He said that this, you're getting a bit randy. He said that this town is pretty complicated, really hard to find his apartment, which is nice, isn't it? Because we've spent quite a few hours wandering around towns we don't know very well, looking for our couchsurfing host's house in the past.
Alright, what face are you gonna make when you see Randy? Like this? This is your surprise.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, anyways, really excited to meet our new host, Randy. If you're thinking about couchsurfing, do it. But if you're doing it by yourself or with two, it's way easier, because having one person in your spare room or one person on the sofa is really easy. Loads of people will accept you. But when it's three, and you've got shit tons of stuff and camera equipment, and you've been hitchhiking across Central America, they probably think, nah, I don't have the room for 3 smelly tramps. Which is understandable. But couchsurfing, if you're by yourself, is really easy.
Ow, ow!
So.
Really?
I think we met our couchsurfing host, but we're not really sure.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola.
¿Cómo están? Mucho gusto, Randy.
Yeah, right, nice to meet you.
Lina.
Lina. I'm sorry for the time you've been waiting.
We arrived like an hour ago over there. We had some bananas, checked Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I did some work. It's good. What's your plan? Did you just finish
Okay,
work?
just let me,
Have you eaten there?
We can go at the market and buy some things and we can prepare something at the house.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Randy's our
See?
man already.
Randy took us to the nearest ATM where we withdrew $200, which was about half of what we had left at this point. And then we drove to the supermarket where we split the cost between all of us for groceries.
Then we headed back to his place where we met his family, his sister Rudy, his mother Nuria, and his nephew. We shared a delicious home-cooked meal, and for the rest of our first night in Costa Rica, we enjoyed getting to know our couchsurfing hosts and just hanging out.
Alright, good morning everyone. We just woke up in Randy's home, just had breakfast.
We asked Randy if we can stay another night, which he was totally cool with. One thing about couchsurfing is you don't want to just like rock up at like 7 o'clock at night, stay a night, and then leave in the morning. It's kind of rude. It's not what couchsurfing is about. It's not a free hotel. So we're going to spend another day here. We're going to work out what we can do in Costa Rica. Whitewater rafting, zip lining, jungle trekking, all these kind of things cost loads of money. So we're going to try and come up with fun things that we can do on the cheap. In my opinion, like having dinner with a Costa Rican family in their home, that's an amazing experience, and that was, you know, what we chipped in for the food. But here she is.
Why are you filming without me, assholes?
We slept in here. We got our own room. It looks really messy now.
The local Liberian football team, like the professional team, trained just outside their house. It's good to couch surf, guys. Like, we can't recommend it enough. Like, you're staying with locals in their home, eating their local food, you know, talking about their life, learning about Costa Rican culture. It's so cool. So much better than staying in a hostel. And it's free.
Yeah, we're just having a walk around the town square, and we're gonna take a look at how much stuff costs.
I hope we find a river with lots of beautiful women and places playing rock and roll music, and I can have a gin and tonic. And
I want a gin and tonic.
We don't ask for much.
Just gin and tonics.
Guys, it's been a long time on the road. I'm gagging for a gin and tonic. You don't even want to know.
I saw the hot women.
He was gagging last night. You should have heard these. Alright, so we compare how expensive a country is by how much they charge us for tacos.
Tacos is the budgeteering currency in this series.
Tacos or beer?
So bear in mind, in Mexico, the cheapest tacos we found in San Cristobal in Chiapas, 5 pesos
For one
taco. And here, really, you know, untouristy, really local place on the corner of the street, it costs $2 US
For one.
So 20 cents versus $2, that's nearly 100% up, like, price difference. There's some budgeteering advice, guys. If you're coming to Central America, make sure you
go to
you know,
Mexico, even though it's not even in Central America, because that's where the tacos are at.
So we found the river, but it's more like an open sewer, so no gin and tonics yet. Lena wants a beer, right? Let's go find, should we speak to a local? Should we ask this guy on the skateboard? Hey, can you help us? ¿Habla inglés o no? ¿Francés? Francés, he's from French.
Él habla francés. ¿Dónde hay un bar chévere para tomarnos unas cervezas? In front of the park.
We're going as well.
Come on.
If you're in a town and you don't know what you're doing, just wait for a cool 16-year-old kid with a skateboard and ask him.
So we're in the shop with beers and we're deciding what's the cheapest to buy, either cans or a liter of beer. It's actually cheaper to buy a liter each than buy cans. So budgeteering tip, buy the big liter bottles. Okay, we just got back from the shop and got some cheaper beers. Always budgeteer. We don't quit drinking, but we are Skyping with another awesome YouTube channel.
This is like one of our favorite YouTube channels. He is amazing and he's crazy.
We had to delete videos at the last border crossing.
Yeah, like the police took our camera. Yeah, the police took our camera.
You're not allowed to film at the borders.
Tell everyone on our channel like about True Transient, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. So yeah, I run a YouTube channel called True Transient where I film kind of like uncommon adventures, like for example hitchhiking across the USA from Florida to California. Right now I'm in the middle of a journey canoeing from New York City to Mexico in a canoe.
Like, you think we're cool, right? We're hitchhiking from, well, you don't think we're cool. You always have an air of, no matter what kind of backpacking trip you're doing, back home, you know, they go, oh my God, that's amazing, I wish I could do that. And you're like, well, you can, you just don't. So when you come over, you always feel like, oh, we're special, we're doing something interesting. And then you meet people, there's always someone who's traveling further than you. So anyways, when we announced we were doing Central America, True Transient announced he was canoeing from New York to Mexico, and we were like, oh my God, this guy is next level, like what an amazing adventurer. We obviously subscribed to him.
I just wanted to one-up you guys. That was alright, now.
Yeah, he was waiting for us to announce season 2.
Yeah, he's like,
well,
what?
take this.
Yeah.
You got a girl, I got a canoe.
It's just as good.
How long are you going to be on the road, mate?
It's gonna be probably 9 months in total.
9 months.
I was joking that like a lot of my friends are getting married and having kids and stuff. And you know, in 9 months I could have had like a kid. Instead, I decided to get a canoe and go to Mexico.
Yeah.
So it's the same. It's very much the same.
One of the ways you can support his channel is you can buy a t-shirt. Like, you probably see me and Ty's wear them in the show anyways. But Pat, is there another way that they can support your journey really and your adventure?
I would say getting a t-shirt is probably the best way. Just go to truetransient.com/shop. You can support the channel that way.
Okay, yeah, man. Thanks
Bye,
for the video
thank
chat.
you.
Wish you a lot of luck. Whenever the mood's down, we're there for you.
Yeah, we're
So,
there.
thumbs up.
In spirit, we're there.
Yeah, dude, you're a legend. Good luck,
Yeah,
mate.
you're amazing.
Thanks.
That night, Randy took us out on the town to have a few beers, and we had a right laugh with all of his mates. The next morning, we said our goodbyes, and Randy's sister dropped us off near the highway so that we could start hitching south. Our plan was to hitch towards the Caribbean coast. We'd had enough of the Pacific, and we all fancied checking out what the Caribbean has to offer. It meant we had to get a lot of distance and cross through the capital city. After breakfast, we found a perfect place to hitchhike from and began yet another day of hitchhiking through Central America.
First ride of the day, hopefully.
Not much room in there though.
No.
Not for us.
Not for us.
Like, walks into the window, he's like, no.
Denied.
Awkward moments when you hitchhike.
Lena.
He's got the kind of gear stick that would make other men jealous.
Get it from the shaft.
Are you a shark, Roscoe?
Hitchhiking in the rain together as I was saying. Luckily, it's soaking wet. We are back in the rain. We got dropped off, and Nina's trying to take a leak over there. But she's. Did you go to the toilet?
Grounds are uneven, and there's nowhere to pee without you guys seeing, and I know you'll look. And I've got a thorn in my big toe.
At least it wasn't a thorn in your big...
Okay, so we got into Limon last night. Once the sun was down, we just were stuck. So we had to find a hotel. And this is why we wanted to do couchsurfing in this country, because this is what $35 gets you. It looks like the last thing to have relaxed in this room died. We're gonna get out of Limon and head to Puerto Viejo, which is only 60k away. So we should be there in an hour or two.
As you can imagine, we left the hotel pretty quickly and made our way to the outside of Limón. We made haste, as to be honest, Limón was the biggest shithole of the entire trip. We actually got picked up by some nice and funny Italians.
2 in the back, 1 in front.
That's what she said.
And a dentist. And soon enough, we had made it to the Caribbean coastline. We walked the strip, which was lined with touristy shops, restaurants, and hotels. The cheapest option we found was for $7, and that was just for a hammock. We dropped our stuff, and before I even had the chance to think about lunch, the guys had already jumped into the warm, crystal clear waters of the Caribbean Sea.
Yesterday. Yeah, it's a cool place. We screwed up yesterday. We screwed up. We didn't realize that the hostel had a kitchen, so we spent loads on food. Yeah, Costa Rica is so expensive. But this morning when Paddy woke up, he saw the kitchen. I was like, God damn. But we went out this morning and we bought supplies and we made some omelet this morning and got supplies for later tonight. We saw baby Sloth and his mom in the tree yesterday. Last night we went out for dinner and we came across this, it was like a...
Street band?
Yeah, it was like, not a marching band, but like a drum line maybe? Just putting on a show. So
all young kids, the older kids, all lining up on the street.
Yeah, it was really
making
cool.
a lot of noise.
Yeah. Budget, we stand at $240 right now. So. But we're gonna make it Panama.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it Panama.
What's this?
I have found in Costa Rica a granadilla. You crack it open, and in Colombia we have a joke that you crack it open with your head. Do either one of you want to crack it open on your head?
I'll try. It's not gonna go all over my face.
No, don't do it like.
But I just go like this. This cost $1, so if this is some sort of joke, I'm gonna.
It's not $1. It was like 25 cents.
Okay, ready? Ooh!
You did that really hard. So we're opening it up.
Oh, it looks disgusting.
It's so good. So that's.
It looks like a
alien egg.
It looks like a bag of snot.
Yeah, they're like seeds covered in the fruit. And you simply just eat them. They're so good. So why don't you guys try it? Here.
No, that's fine, I got it. It's like passion fruit meets kiwi. Yeah, but good. This is good. What's it called again?
Granadilla.
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 Grandadilla. These bites cost us $6 each. Pretty expensive if you ask me, but we're in Costa Rica.
That's Costa Rica, yeah.
This place is amazing. You can't move for sloths. Every tree seems to have a sloth or a howler monkey on it. Woo! Yeah, baby.
Buenas!
Now that we're in Costa Rica, and we're here now in a more touristy place with more backpackers, it is nice to hear and like check with them how much they're spending and what their budget is. All the travelers that we asked, their budget was around, depending on the country, like here in Costa Rica it's quite expensive. They have a budget of like $75 per day, give or take. It's less expensive, of course, in El Salvador or Nicaragua, where they spend like $30 to $40 a day.
We met this guy from San Diego who had been traveling for a while. Yeah, we got to talking to him over dinner, and he was coming the opposite way, so he started down south and was heading up. And we asked him what his budget was, and he told us it was $30 a day. At the moment, ours was about $40 a day, I think a little under $40 a day. As soon as he said that he was doing $30 a day, I felt like absolute shit. Like, I was like, what are we doing wrong? How can he be doing $30 a day and we're doing $40 a day and we're supposed to be like budgeting, being cheap? Well, it wasn't until that night when I was lying in bed and it occurred to me that he's one person and we are three. So when I say we're doing $40 a day, it's $40 for the three of us. So, haha, we win.
Costa Rica is the most expensive place that we've been to on this trip, but it's probably one of the most beautiful. So yeah, just relaxing day on the bike in Costa Rica. Can't beat that really, can you? Pura Vida.
We spent the rest of the day exploring the Caribbean coastline. We stopped off at different beaches, went swimming, and took in all of the sunshine. Even though Costa Rica is really expensive and not all too budgeteer friendly, we can't deny how beautiful and different it is from all of the other Central American countries, so we definitely still recommend it. The next day, we started our hitch to Panama. We only had a little bit of money left, but we wanted to see just how far we could actually make it.
Hola. Buenas, buenas, buenas. Costa Rica, man, it's been really cool, like...
Really expensive, but really beautiful.
Yeah, budgeteering, tip, couch surf as much as you can, like we did in Liberia. It was good though to come onto the backpacker trail and sort of experience.
Yeah.
Because we've been out in the wilderness, in the deserts, and
not seeing any tourists.
Not seeing any tourists for so long. It was nice to sort of pop our heads in and see what was going on.
That guy dropped us off here, and he's going to work now.
Yeah, we're not far from the border, like a few minutes down the road we'll be there. Come with us on the last episode because we're going to be hitting up Panama. We've got some couch surfing with Lena's family. We're going to have some fun on a couple of islands, I think. I don't know, we're going to just make it up as we go along. What language do they speak in Panama? Spanish, obviously. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, whatever you want to do. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, we might be getting picked up, so if you want to see what we're up to in Panama, watch the next episode. Okay, we're off.
Thank you. Woo.